those who don't know you, you can give us your artist name if you have one, or just your name and what you do.
Alrighty, so my name is Santana. On Instagram, I go by the art of Santana, aka the Hood Disciple. Pretty much with me, I am a tattoo artist. I also paint as well. So I am a part-time painter, full-time painter, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's pretty much straight to it. Santana the artist for real.
Okay. When did you start your tattooing career?
I started in Baltimore, Maryland. I bought my kit back in 2019 in January. I was located in Richmond, Virginia at the moment. I was living there, and then the dude named Cedric, Tattoo Grandma, told me that if I moved back to Baltimore, he had an apprenticeship for me. So I jumped on that move, and I made my way back for real.
Okay, that was up. How did you two, like, did you already know him before you was in Richmond, or like?
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm pretty hit up myself. Cedric's been tattooing me since I was probably like 16. I'm 26 now, so I am putting some years with him for real. And just was basically just nagging him, hitting his DM. Every time I would get a tattoo, I would just ask him, like, bro, can you hook me up? Can you plug me in? And he was just like, you feel me? You got to start it first, and I'll follow up. So when he told me that, I didn't really know too much about, machines, equipment. I didn't really know too much. I did some research, YouTube University, and learned, what I needed to buy. I went on Amazon. I bought that kit, and the rest been history for real.
Okay. What was your first tattoo that you was hype about, but like once you seen, you was like, I was a little bit too hype about this one?
Wait, which tattoo have I ever done that I was hyped about? And then once I was doing it, it was like,
Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh my gosh. He was gonna dig in that bag and hit me in the heart for a second. So I did this piece on this young lady. Let's just call her a young lady for real. It was a logo. It was actually her logo. When I first saw it, I was in love with it. I thought it was dope. I knew I could rock it. It wasn't too intricate. It was very simple, straight to the point. The vibe between me and her was cool as well. So I was very excited, I was excited. I was hyped that day. I came into the shop. I had like a large venti coffee with 2 extra espresso shots. I was on 100 that day. Drew the logo out for her. She loved it. I go to tattoo it, and come to find out I missed a letter. So you feel me? That was a little rough. That one I had to figure that out on my toes. You feel me? I drew it out. I asked her when I drew it out. I held it up. We good? She said we good. I said I put it on her skin. I said, babe, go look in the mirror. We good. I'm tattooing her. We good. After the session, she go to stand up. She's looking at it. She's like, oh, my God, I love it. But you're missing the letter. And I'm froze because I'm like, we've been spending like 2.5 hours together. Why didn't you say anything? Like, there's nothing I can do at this point. But more of the story, she kept it. She still loves it. She still is one of my clients. It was very awkward for me because I'm still new to tattooing. So I didn't know how to really handle it. I just had to step up to the plate, own up to it, and move forward.
Okay. That sounded like that turned out much, much better. Like
much better, man. I was nervous, but I had to dodge that bullet,
That's what's up. What would you say is the hardest part about tattooing?
Oh, my God. The hardest part about tattooing is the pressure that I put on myself. Tattooing has saved my life. It literally has changed, everything for real. Like literally from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I'm thinking about how can I be a better artist? How can I be what I want to be? So I think to answer that question, the hardest part about tattooing is just realizing that this comes with time. I have to respect my journey. I have to, be aware of my obstacles in my journey and don't let it defeat me. And I think with tattooing, it's not more so of a, this is all taught at your level, at your pace. So if you grind and you put worth the knowledge, you can get better much quicker than if you're waiting for someone to teach you. So I just say, you feel me? The hardest part is just realizing that this is all on me. No one can, take this from me. Only I can make this cross the finish line. Only I can make this promise. So I think, yeah, and just trying to discover who I am through my art. I think that's the hardest part too. I'm learning a lot about myself every single day just with taking on this craft. It's been a blessing. It's been some crying nights. You feel me? Definitely been some crying nights, but it's when you think about when you cross that finish line, it's so much worth it. Mm-hmm. Every night I cry, it's so worth it, you know?
All right, so as an artist, I know we like collect little things to put on our desk or just to have in our art space. What's that one thing that you collect the most of? You just be like, oh, I see it, I gotta have it.
Oh my God, so funny story. I that's so funny. My girlfriend, I actually just showed her my little collection for real, and she thinks it's a trip. But I collect crystals. I collect rocks. I'm very into spirituality, so that's, you know, if I see something cool that's cool looking and it has a meaning to it, I'm picking it up. But I am also into miniatures, and let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Cause that, I hold it real secret to me, for real, sacred, I should say.
Okay, he was tucked up there.
Love it. Okay. I need it, bro. Like literally, I was so close to like gluing this to my car, and just like how the Rolls Royce little thing come up. That's the Jaguar. That's how I was ready to do this. Like I love this thing. This is very personal to me. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. When I'm tattooing and I look up and I see my little Iron Man, I don't know. I just tap into his qualities and be like, yo, let's get it. Let's get it done. You feel me? So yeah, that's my little collection right there. My miniatures.
All right. So you
kind of weird.
You spoke on painting. So I know with like being a tattoo artist, like pretty much working all day. How do you like carve out that time to come up with your concepts to paint and to either paint them?
So I'm an emotional artist. I do art based off my emotions. I don't really form concepts. I don't really think too much about it. If I wake up in the dumps, I know what's going to pick me up is my paintbrush. I don't really like sit and try to draw and map out what I'm going to paint or how it's going to come. I literally just base it off my emotions. If I'm happy, I'm painting something happy. If I'm feeling sexual, I'm painting something sexual. If I'm feeling rough and rigid and hood, I'm painting something hood. So I take time every day to paint for myself. I have a daily routine and I stick to it. I try to. Most of my painting comes in the morning time. That's when my thoughts are the freshest. That's when I'm feeling much, refreshed from the day before. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any pieces that you've painted that you, like, have a hard time letting go?
Oh, my God. All my pieces. All my pieces. It's so hard to get rid of them. You get attached to them. Literally. And it's so conflicting because as an artist, like me, I don't work. This is how I make my income. So it's like, bro, it is so hard. I'm so conflicted between, like, I need to sell it because I need to make money. I need to eat. But damn, I love it. It looks so much better on my wall than anybody else's wall. It's just like the attachment level is so serious. It's really hard to, I know when I do sell my paintings and stuff, I don't even take pictures of the person holding it because I'm just like, damn, man, that one hit home, man. And it's so hard to like price your work. So that's the hardest thing about it too, giving it, having people pay for it because, I invest so much time and effort into it. I'm like, damn, did they really, buy it for really what it was worth? Like, damn, I should have held on to that one. Like, so I think honestly, and that's something that I'm working on right now is realizing that I will have my moments where I create for myself and I get to keep my paintings. And if I'm going to be a businesswoman in the art industry, I have to let go of those emotions and understand that it is a business. And on those days when I want to keep my paintings, then that means I just need to paint solely for me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so you got Free Tattoo February this month. What's the strategic plan around this? I know you got
February.
I know you got DMs out there.
Oh man, so First off, shout out to God, man. Shout out to God. You feel me? Because I prayed for this and I asked for God to put me around people with the same sense as me, same ideas, and God somehow got me on Clubhouse, like literally. So shout out to God because, you know, I prayed for it, and then next thing I know, I get an invite to download Clubhouse. So I go on Clubhouse. Of course, I'm a tattooer. I see that they having like this tattoo experience Clubhouse room. So I'm like, oh shit, let me tap into that. You feel me? Come to find out, I'm sitting in a room full of legends, not even knowing like who I am in the presence of. You get what I'm saying? So before I came up with the idea for real, I was struggling with marketing, like we all are as entrepreneurs. I was struggling with staying hot. I was struggling with getting my name out there. I was just struggling with letting the world know who I was. I didn't really know how to target or captivate people for real. So I'm listening to them, and I'm like, bro, like I'm talking to them, and I'm like, bro, like what can I do? You feel me to get back out there? Like I'm feeling discouraged. I haven't tattooed in it like 2-3 weeks. Like what can I do? And they was dead ass like, bro, do it for free. It was like, bro, if you in it for the crash, that money's gonna come. But every time you pick up your machine, you're learning. It's not about them, it's about you. So I'm hyped. I'm like, jackpot. So I hang up with them for real. I'm sitting in the room and I'm like, yo, all right, I'm gonna do it for free. But there's always money involved. I mean, like, let's just keep it 100. Like, you feel me? So I'm like, if I come up with a way to captivate people, well, what captivates people? Well, people always like to get shit that's beneficial for them. If it's free, everybody wants a part of it. If I'm handing out free crack, everybody wants a piece of free crack. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, what can I do to captivate these people, make these people tune into me? Shit that other people in Baltimore is not doing. What can I do to set me apart from them? So I was like, shit, I'm ready to do it for free. I set up the flyer literally the next morning after that Clubhouse conversation. I wake up, I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling like, bitch, you can do this. It's time to step up to the plate. You can do this. I go on Snapchat. I hit the camera button. It comes up black. I type it in, free tattoo, boop, save it. Put it on Instagram, and it just went fucking crazy. Like, it just went crazy. Strategically, I wish I would have thought about it a little bit more strategically. Just like the methods of how I was going to handle the volume, which I did not expect. I did not expect so many people to be with the shits, let's say. But it became very overwhelming for me, for real. But, you know, like I said, that's all a part of the journey. And God was so good to me that when he blessed me with the concept in my head, he also blessed me with people to help me handle this struggle. If that makes sense. Yeah. So not only did I learn a new concept on how to market myself, he put people around me that now when I do need help, I know who to go to and who genuinely wants to see me win. So Tattoo February has definitely been a little rocky, but I'm appreciative for it. The people that has come from it, and the art that we about to make from it. I'm overjoyed for real.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. All right, so
appreciate that.
You are a Black woman, and you are part of the LGBTQ community. How are you persevering through what those challenges could be? As far as being in the tattoo community as well.
Oh, man, it's okay. So just to reiterate your question, with me being an LGBTQ, a part of that community, how does that play a part with me in the tattoo world? It plays a huge part. You know, and a lot of it is going to come from me, you know, on how I handle it. Number one, you know, with me being the type of woman that I am, people are always going to challenge me, you know, and that's something that I have to accept. People are always going to undermine me. People are always going to look at me as the underdog. People are always going to count me out. You get what I'm saying? People are always going to oh yeah, she's pretty. She's a cool girl, but you know, this is not for her. You know, this is, you get what I'm saying? So I think that honestly, regardless if it was tattooing or not, just off of me being gay and being the type of lesbian that I am, it's always going to be rough. But you feel me? You know, you have to prepare yourself for the challenge. So if I know I'm the underdog, then I gotta outsmart them. I gotta build my knowledge up. That way when they try to hit me with something dumb, it's like, I know what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really focus about that. I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't let none of that. I have never let my sexual orientation play a role in anything I do in life. What you see is what you get. You come at me correct, I come at you right back correct. You come at me left, I'm gonna come at you left. So either way, regardless if I was feminine, masculine, whatever, it's all about respect. You get what I'm saying? And the vibe. If the vibe was there, fuck what I look like, the vibe is there. You get what I'm saying? So I don't let that faze me at all. You feel me?
Okay. Have any of your clients want more than just a tattoo from you?
Have any of my clients wanted more than just tattooing from me?
Yeah.
Nah, none of my clients never wanted more than tattooing from me.
Nah, because some clients just be like, okay.
No, I'm glad.
I let it
vibe. Right. Nah, I'm laughing because as soon as you said that, my girlfriend looked at me like, yeah, let's zoom in on that answer real quick. So I just started blushing. But no, to keep it 100 with you though, I really do respect this. Like, I really do respect my craft. I want longevity into this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a tattoo artist till I'm in the dirt. You get what I'm saying? I want to be an artist till I'm in the dirt. So women, all that, I'm not focused on all of that. If you come sit in my chair, you come in to get a tattoo and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing extra. It's always about being professional. It's always about carrying my business to the highest standard. All that other stuff can get hit to the left. You get what I'm saying? And then more so with me, the older I get, the more I know what I want. And a lot of this stuff, like a lot of this shit that, you feel me, comes with women nowadays, you feel me, especially in Baltimore, I'm just not for it. I'm not with it. I'm in tunnel vision right now. Like, I'm on a, you feel me, if it's not getting me better at tattooing, if it's not getting my pockets fat, if it ain't, you feel me, it ain't, I don't want no parts.
Gotcha. All right, what is 3 tips you can give a new tattoo artist?
3 tips I can get a new tattoo artist. Lord, oh Lord. That's intimate right there. Hold on, let me think. All right, so I'm going to go back to my old me. I'm going to go back to when I first started tattooing. If I could give myself 3 tips to the old me. Keep your head up, shorty. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. You feel me? You're going to get hit left. You're going to get hit right. You can get uppercut a couple times, but can't nobody make you fold but you, period. That's advice number 1 to the old me. Like, you built this from the ground up. As long as you take initiative in your life, can't nobody take anything from you. You get what I'm saying? That's advice number 1. Number 2, learn and be open to learning and know when you got good people around you. You come from an environment where we crabs in a bucket. I don't trust you. I don't want shit from you. I don't like none of that. Trust it. You're going to come across some good people in your journey that actually want to see you win. So don't be scared to step out there and make the shit happen. And number 3, stay true to yourself. They fuck with your art, but they fuck with you too. You get what I'm saying? You and your art go hand in hand. So if you switch up, your art gonna switch up, and vice versa. Just stay true to yourself, respect yourself, set your boundaries, live on your policy, and people either gonna fall in line or they're gonna fall left, period.
We might need to put a post up with them, just so like people can just see that and just be reminded of that. Because I feel like some people, even us artists that are like into it, like we forget about those things, like setting boundaries, because we like just so used to like being an artist. So it's like we forget those things that are protecting our craft and at a certain aspect, and like that's keeping us going, period, as an artist. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to probably put them somewhere.
And just to piggyback on that, for sure. And that's the part too. Like, as an artist, you have to respect yourself. If you're gonna wear the title, respect yourself. You get what I'm saying? And realize that all money ain't good money. All exposure ain't good exposure. You feel me? So regardless if, somebody wants you to cut a policy out just to get extra dollars, like, nah, this is what come with it. This is what it is. You either fuck with it or you don't. And if you don't, it's cool. I'm just not the artist for you, but I'm not going to fold on what I believe in and my morals as an artist, you feel me, to put a smile on your face, because there's ways we can work around that shit where we both happy. but I'm not folding on mine, and that's why it's called my business. You feel me? Like, it's mine. Period.
Okay. All right. So if somebody was putting together an article on you, what out of all of your tattoos that are on you personally, what 3 tattoos would you want included in that article?
If somebody was doing an article on me about my tattoos, what tattoos would I want to be in that article?
Yeah, which 3? Like, what would be your top 3?
Definitely want my throat in that motherfucker. I want my throat. You feel me? Because I set for that. I'm proud of that one. I set for that session. You feel me? I definitely want. I think I want the one right here because this one means a lot to me too. It's a constant reminder in Arabic to breathe. I deal with anxiety and I have a real, I got a little temper with me. So when I put that right there, that was just a little constant reminder to just calm the fuck down and just sit back and breathe. You get what I'm saying? And then last but not least, I think on my body, I think mind over matter for real. Mind over matter. I got that shit when I was like 17. And mind over matter has helped me a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about the situation at hand. It's about how we handle it for real. It's not really about what's kicked at us. It's about what the fuck we kick out. So, mind over matter is like we can't control the world, but we can control ourselves. So if we put the priorities first, it has no choice but to fall in line. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For right. Sure.
Last question. What do you think is important for self-care for a tattoo artist?
What do I think is important for self-care as a tattoo artist? Creating for yourself, number one. That's how we fell in love with the shit. Period. That's how we fell in love with it. We fell in love with it first by just picking up the brush and just watching the shit that we can create. And then it just so happened that people wanted to buy it. People just wanted to wear it. So that's just number one. Create for yourself. Take those times out where you're not drawing stencils for everybody else. You're not posting on Instagram. You're not trying to keep focus on you. I think also having a morning routine with this shit is very overwhelming and it can get very hectic if you allow it to. And the only way you allow it to, you're not on top of your shit. So I definitely think creating a morning routine, setting out time to get those things done that you always feel like you don't have time to do. And being knowledgeable. I think that's the best thing that I can say about being a tattoo artist. You don't ever want somebody to tell you about your shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, why you using that? You need to know why the fuck you using that. You get what I'm saying? Why you using that needle size? You need to know. You get what I'm saying? So just being knowledgeable. If you're knowledgeable for real and people see that you take this craft serious and you're willing to put in the work to come with this shit because it ain't easy, niggas will help you. You get what I'm saying? You just have to put the initiative first. So I think that in my pastime, when I'm not tattooing physically, I'm doing something artistic. And in a short period of time, I've noticed the difference in my tattooing just off of that commitment that I made to myself in the beginning. I was going to teach myself, and whatever help came, I was going to take it. But you just got to take the initiative, you feel me? That's it, for real.
Okay. All right, boss. Well, we are done. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You have a good day.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I am the art of Santana. You feel me? Santana. Books are open for March. You feel me? So make sure y'all click that little button on my page. It says email. You feel me? And let's get that work done. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Always put God first. Put that, you feel me? And the rest is history. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.